My name is Bronwyn Jane. I'm the founder of the Psychic Mediumship College. I'm also a psychic medium myself. I was recently asked by a student, why would I work with my spirit guide if I can just pray to God for help? Now, I've been raised with faith, went to religious schools, and have a great understanding of the teachings within various faiths. And so when I was posed with that question, I really understood where it was coming from. But I'm a really simple girl. And so I explained it this way. If we're thinking about needing to use an appliance at our house, a hairdryer, an iron, and we need that to achieve a certain outcome, right? I'm not going to plug my iron or my hairdryer directly into the main power station for the state, or even where the power is created. It's not going to work. It's not a good use of the power station to be able to meet all the needs that it has for all the demands that it has for what I need. And could it provide me the power that I needed? Yes. Could it provide me the solution that I needed? Of course. But the most efficient way, an effective way for me to be able to use my appliance to get my outcome is to plug it into the socket, the power outlet within my room that I wish to work. It's going to be fast, it's going to be easy, it's going to be simple to do that. Can I definitely get what I need, as I said, from the power station? 100%. But it's not the right way for every option of power to access it. The power of the power station comes through the grid into substations, through all the components where power is then moved into a house or business, and then ultimately a room, and then ultimately into a socket so we can use it. Can you get your solutions from God, asking, praying, putting that intention out there in whatever frame that you have for God, right? Knowing that as humans, we have all kinds of frames for God, whether we call it that, whether we call it consciousness, whether we call it source, whether we call it divine, all the same thing. You definitely can. But is it easier and more efficient to get your spirit guide to assist you in that? Yes. Now, here's the twist. You are from the same consciousness as God. Now, if we understand religion, we understand that the reference of the divine spark within us. It's talking about the consciousness. That main source of consciousness, you have a derivative of that in you. It's in your soul. It's part of who you are. So you have that God spark within you. It's true because we all come from the same source. We all come from the same pool of consciousness. And so once again, using a really basic example, if we think of a fountain, right, that you see in a park, multi-tiered, elaborate fountain. On the bottom of that fountain, there's water. Consider the water consciousness. That water came from a bigger source of water, bigger source of consciousness. That fountain represents you. So your consciousness, that water at the bottom, has come from somewhere else. But it's still the same water. It's now just held in a container. And as you go through existence, parts of that water is going to go up the tube to the top of the fountain, and then little drops of water are going to come out of that fountain. Each drop of water is still the same water from the bottom. It's just separated. So it's still the same consciousness. It's just separated into a drop. That drop is part of your soul, and it is your soul, and it incarnates into your body. So there's all drops of your consciousness all falling, having existences at once, remembering that they all come from that same pool of water, and that pool of water all came from a bigger source. It's still the same water. It's just a little bit contained, not separate, contained in there. So if God, or whatever your reference for God is, source, divine, is the bigger pool of water, and you are in this container, this part that is there, you are still that. And that little drop of water falling through the air is still the same as that original pool of water that's outside the fountain. So bearing all this in mind, and here's the twist, when you're praying to God, you are that. You're praying to self. And so do you need to go outside of you to be able to answer your prayers? Not really. Because there's a part of that bigger pool of water in you. Now, once again, another twist. Your guide is the higher aspect of you. They're from the same fountain. They're just not a drop of water falling through the air, which is the incarnation that you're having now. They're not that, but they are the same pool of water. So when you talk to your guide and you ask your guide for help, you're actually talking to the consciousness that is you, which is part of this bigger pool. So can you pray to God? Yes. What are you really doing? Praying to self, remembering that God is in you. So reference that example. Think of that. Allow that to land for you so you understand these bigger concepts. I'm not saying to change your way in the way that you show up, but you do have that energy in you already, that divine God spark. This is something that is within you because we are all from the one spot. So can you ask for help from the power station, the big pool of water? You can. Do you need to? Not necessarily, because it's already within you. We just forget and we think we're separate. We're not. We're all the one thing. My name is Bronwyn Jane, and as I said, I'm the founder of the Psychic Mediumship College.